Ian Blackford has been shut down numerous times for attacks on Brexit which have backfired on the SNP MP. Here Express.co.uk highlights 3 of the most standout moments from the last few years. In a particularly fiery Prime Minister's questions in June 2021, Ian Blackford repeatedly attacked Britain's efforts to strike a new trade agreement with Australia, which has now been signed, warning of potentially damaging consequences for Scotland. But Boris Johnson ridiculed the claims as he accused the SNP MP of being out of his mind for supporting plans to take Scotland back into the European Union should Scotland vote to become an independent country. In a tense exchange, Mr. Blackford noted, in the Tories' desperation to get a post-Brexit trade deal with somebody, with anybody, they've given the farm away, literally. It is blindingly obvious who the winners and who are the losers in this deal. Australia's economy will benefit to the tune of $1.3 billion a year. Mr. Johnson however hit back, saying, "Mr. Speaker, the people of this country voted for this government to get on and deliver free trade deals around the world. I believe they were totally right." He talks about tripe, Mr. Speaker. Well, I can tell him when it comes to the exporting the intestines of sheep, which I know is a valuable part of Scottish tradition, even that is even being opened up around the world. I think he is frankly out of his mind and going in totally the wrong direction. If he means another referendum, Mr. Speaker, we've already had one of those. In another incident from May 2021, Mr. Blackford claimed he represented the crofting and farming community after another question about the now signed post-Brexit trade deal with Australia, but Mr. Johnson hit back. Mr. Blackford asked the PM, "Just for once, Prime Minister, give me a straight answer to these farming and crofting families." Can the Prime Minister categorically rule out that his government is prepared to sign up to a trade deal that will at any future point guarantee tariff-free access to Australian lamb and beef? Yes or no? In response, the Prime Minister poked fun at Mr. Blackford's claims, saying, "I would like to see shots of his croft, by the way." The humble representative of the crofting community. While in another moment dating back to December 2020, Mr. Blackford was slammed for the SNP's spectacular hypocrisy after he insisted Scottish fishing communities had been betrayed by Brexit. In his argument, he reiterated the SNP's commitment to rejoining the EU if it were to become an independent nation, but the Prime Minister was having none of it. Mr. Johnson hammered, "In 5 years' time, we take control of the entire spectacular marine wealth. It is only the Scottish Nationalist Party that would hand back control of the waters of this country with spectacular hypocrisy." He added, "That is their policy and they plan to ensnare Scotland's fishing fleet in the dragnets of the common fisheries policy all over again." The UK voted to leave the European Union on June 23, 2016, with the Leave vote winning a majority of 51.9%, while Remain achieved 48.1% of the vote. Turnout for the referendum was just under 72%. The timetable was set the following year on March 29, when the then British Prime Minister Theresa May took the formal step to start the exit process. This was done by triggering Article 50 of the Lisbon Treaty. The UK finally left the EU on January 1, 2021 after 47 years of membership.